Okay, well, welcome to Sue's Quick and Easy New Kitchen Edition. Well, it's not really a new kitchen or a new house, but we're renting a new place, so it's new to us. So I have also, speaking of new, a new Hamilton Beach red crock pot. My other one went belly up. I had to get a new one, just break down and get one. And this is pretty red, so it'll be nice. What I'm doing to... No. I didn't want the dishwasher on right now because it'll be too noisy. Okay. So, what I am doing today is I am making a quick and easy meatball soup. Now, what I have here is one small red onion chopped finely, and these things, I got a package of carrot chips. They look like this. I have cut up probably about 10 to 12 of them finely, and I will show you what I'm doing in this process. I didn't want to overwhelm this dish with a ton of carrots. My mom happens to be coming over for dinner tonight, so hence the show and this new recipe that I wanted to try. Now, I always take liberties with recipes, so it will not be the exact recipe that I read online, but it'll still be good. And I haven't even exactly figured out what I'm going to do with this thing yet, but I will just, for starters, I'm going to add some of these carrot chips, very finely diced, and one red onion to my crock pot. And you're going to want to turn this baby on too. That would help with the cooking process. So I'm going to put that in there. And then we're going to cook this on low because it's going to be cooking all day, so it'll be on low. And what I have here, they're called Campbell's Soups for Easy Cooking. And this happens to be sweet onion, and it's great for making soups. And so I am going to use a couple of those and get that in my crock pot and get everything going on. Get my vegetables. Good grief. It's kind of thick. Get my vegetables cooking. There you go. Get my vegetables cooking and tendering up. Now this is what they say you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be able to just lift, bend, and tear, but my hands are messy and sometimes it's a little difficult, so I usually just cut it across with a knife like this when I do mine. And then just get it in there somehow. So that is the start of my meatball soup, and I'm just going to let this be on low for a few hours and let the vegetables get tender, and then I will come back and show you guys the next step. Talk to you soon. Usually I'm coming usually at you guys from the other side, and so I don't know if this is my best side or if the other side is my best side. I have no idea. Maybe somebody could let me know. But anyways, let me see here. I need a spoon, some kind of spoon. If I don't have one, I guess it'll be okay. I can just use a knife. But anyways, it's been a few hours, and my meatball soup starter looks pretty good, but it's really, really thick in here. And the recipe did call for some kind of tomato-based sauce. This happens to be Emerald Valley Organic Medium Salsa, and it smells quite lovely. I'm going to put probably about a half of this container in. Oopsie, I'm splattering. It's pretty thick. Everything in this is pretty thick, so it's going to be a pretty thick soup. Okay, so I got half of that in there. And I might even add like a cup of water in here, or half a cup of water, just to kind of thin it up a little bit. Next, we're going to add a half package of fresh Popeye spinach that is great and high in vitamin A, C, iron, and folate. This is very healthy stuff, spinach. Fresh spinach especially is so, so healthy, and this will shrink down, don't worry. It will shrink down as it's cooking. Usually the opposite's true, like with a ballpark frank, it plumps when you cook it, but this will shrink down. So I'm not too worried about it. So what we're going to do now is I bought some of this Oscar Mayer Selects roasted peppers and onions. It's uncured pork sausage. I'm going to take half of this and cut it up and put it into my lovely soup. It will give it added extra flavor addition to my meatballs. So it'll be good. So I'm just going to like make slices maybe. Probably, I mean, my mom doesn't have as big of a mouth as we do, so I'll probably half these. Because I don't want it to be like really, really huge. I know we can handle it, but... Okay. So I'll just half it. I can't even talk today. I'll just half it. And then cut it up and put it into my soup. It will be quite lovely, I'm sure. Added all the extra flavors. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to add some meatballs. I've been using this package of meatballs for a while. I add meatballs to just about everything. Or sometimes after I work out, I'll come home and put 5 meatballs in a bowl and just heat it up and eat it, because it's like protein after a workout. It's really good. So anyways, whatever's left in here, I'm just going to throw in. I'm thinking maybe 1/4 of a bag is left. It's going in. And then I am going to stir that just a little bit, but I will stir it more later, but it doesn't really have to be stirred too much. It's in a crock pot after all. And like I said, if I need to add more water, I will. And the final finishing touch, I am going to put some potato gnocchi in my soup and make it kind of like Olive Garden in a way. Susie Garden. Okay, so I don't want to be like overwhelming starch, so I'm only going to use half of this package though of the potato gnocchi, and that's it. I'm going to put the lid on this baby and let it resume cooking, and I will come back later after all this has cooked, all has been said and done, and do a taste test and everything else. Very lovely like that. So stay tuned. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, well, it didn't need much seasoning because of the fact that, you know, with all the processed food that's in here, it doesn't, there's plenty of seasoning and salt and all kinds of stuff in here. But look at that. That is my meatball soup. Hubby has tried some and he said it's more like a stew because it's super thick. Now, I did not add any extra water because I figured we'll just go with a thick stew type thing with the meatballs. It'll be yummy. And I am going to be doing a taste test. So what am I going to do here? I'm going to dish some up first, and then I will show you me doing a taste test on this stuff. I'm anxious because it looks so good. Look at that with the meatballs and all the potato gnocchi and the tomato stuff and the carrots, and it looks very, very good. Now what I have here too as an accompaniment is some Romano blend, freshly grated. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and sprinkle that on top. It will be lovely. Okay. So I'm going to grab my spoon and give that a little stir-a-roo. And there is the finished product right here. I'm going to do a little bit of a taste test. The best view of the camera shot here. I'm getting ready for my taste test. Now, as I said, this looks yummy, so let's go. And it's got the spinach in there, which is very healthy. It is a little bit hot, but totally good. That is a very good meatball soup. My mom's going to enjoy it. She's not on camera. I think she's a little bit camera shy. But I want to thank you guys for joining me and get in the kitchen, make up some soup or some thick stew or whatever, make something yummy. Thanks for joining me in my new house now. Talk to you guys soon. Bye. You can't eat too much though. I don't want to be too full for dinner, but yeah, it's very good. Okay, let's rock.